Back, folks. A new day for us, but last day for lifeguards. Sunday today. They'll be leaving tomorrow morning. Blues will be back. Hopefully, some new faces in the Blues and also some new horses. Curious one today. You'll be seeing lots of people dressed in a huge mix. Lots of people will have coats. Some people even have hats or scarves. Other people, myself included, and the tourists in front will have short sleeves. Why? Well, it's one of those curious days that we get here in London where it's neither hot nor cold. It's just what it is. In the sunshine it's warm, but when the wind blows it's not. Which hopefully will be okay, but in fact I wonder if I should have bought at least a body warmer. But hey, I'm double topped. Should be enough. Oh, I thought Bro was going to rip the hinge off. Notice that people have already started to re-sticker the phone box. It was completely clear just a few days ago, and for some odd reason people re-sticker it. I can't believe, I think he thought he got stuck in there for a second. I've never yet seen a tourist getting stuck in the phone box, but it's only a matter of time. It's got a weirdly wonky hinge on the top that pulls the door to. That hinge sometimes detaches, in which case you've got a problem. I mean, you can still force your way out, but it's not quite as easy when when the wind is blowing. Anyway, got a very moody day. Look, the clouds are actually, as I'm looking up at them, they're moving slowly, but they are indeed moving. Hopefully that is picked up by the camera. We've got Bagpipes Man over there, as you can probably hear in the distance. I'm not quite sure what he's playing. He pretty much lives there. He's there very regularly. I'm not sure if he does it for financial busking purposes. 11:15 on the dot, which means that the guard change theoretically should have just finished. There's no guarantee it's just finished, but I guess it depends on whether they're going a little bit quickly today or taking it a little bit more leisurely like yesterday. Yesterday it was 25 minutes past that they finally hauled open the gates. I do try to arrive here now post guard change, because some days when it runs over it's exceptionally annoying to be able to shoot part of a video, for example the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then have that gap, which either destroys the end of one video or is a far from interesting introduction to a second video. The good news though is that today is the bottom of what's going to be a crescendo. I always have trouble with that word. Of what is going to be a crescendo. There we are, crescendo. Today is the beginning of what is going to be a crescendo into warmer and later actually hot weather. The reason a lot of people are wearing jackets and coats and stuff, today it's about 18, 19 give or take outside. In other words, it's perfectly reasonable. Tomorrow will be into the low 20s, Tuesday mid 20s, and possibly Wednesday, Thursday high 20s. That will in all likelihood be it for the summer though, after that guys. At least for the summer weather. But the key thing is that, oddly as it might sound, I'm really looking forward to having to put on tons of clothing, neck warmer, gaiter, whatever you call it, proper woolly hat and stuff, to be out when hopefully it's 5 degrees or below. We haven't yet, to the best of my knowledge, actually filmed at horseguards in sub-zero temperatures. There were sub-zero temperatures over the festive period last year, but of course horseguards was closed for those groundworks and the prep for the new guard room. In fact, that's still ongoing. They're still working on the guard room now, extraordinary enough. We're 8 months in. But that said, you've seen a lot of the progress. You've seen, the cameras in the boxes, etc., etc. There's a lot more, which is not, fundamentally important, the details. But let's just say that everything is massively upgraded compared to what was there before. It's very clunky, actually, in the guard room before. It's almost like I would imagine one of the early space shuttles heading to the International Space Station. It really did need to be brought up to modern standards, and that's what's been happening. So that should be finished by the end of this year. More important, that should mean, one would hope, if I can get through here, that horseguards will be open as usual, as normal, this Christmas. I mean, no guarantees, folks. They could just decide to close it because they want to close it, but I've heard nothing that would denote a pending closure. Also, and a lot of you will know about this, a lot of you won't, we are expecting at some point this autumn to have the King's Troop return, hopefully in their winter cloaks. They're black, by the way, look like undertakers in their black cloaks. I mean, they look gloriously authoritative, but yeah, just like undertakers. Hopefully we'll get to see that. I mean, I've never actually seen, with my own eyes, that is, the King's Troop in winter order, and of course we've never seen them in winter order horse guards because they've never had King's Guard duty in the autumn at horse guards. Blues and Royals and Lifeguards only had a 2-week break, well, not really a holiday, it was more of a break than an actual holiday this year, so the plan is to give them another 2 weeks come the autumn. Another thing to look forward to, so you know, we've got 3 potential firsts. King's Troop in winter order, sub-zero temperatures. I mean, we have got lots of, you know, horsey breathing videos from last winter, but nothing with, you know, proper, like, brr. I don't know actually what is the requirement for the horses to be removed. We know the hot weather requirement was 36. I don't know what the cold weather requirement is. Never thought to ask. It doesn't really seem like a smart question at this time of the year, but nearer the time as we start getting into those very short days, I will ask. Plus, we didn't have many of them, but there were a few on the shortest days of the year, a few 4 o'clock inspections in the dark. Now, not for very long, maybe a week or two, it's actually dark before 4 o'clock here in London in the autumn. So, odd as it might sound, I do really remember thinking about all of this last summer, like in some considerable depth, because I'd never seen it then. And last winter, for me personally, was the highlight of filming here. Not because anything particular happened, but just there's something a little bit more romantic about it. For me personally, you know, I'm not quite sure how I would describe that, or why it is that I find it romantic, but I've always liked colder weather far more than warmer weather. Perhaps that's just me, perhaps I'm strange, but that's the reality. Who have we got here? Some guy's bushy head. Who else? One second. Which horse? Oh, I like this troop, in fact. He was absolutely no nonsense the other day. Now, I seem to think I'm going to take a huge risk here. Mainly because, actually, wait, before I do that, let's just have a quick look at the hoof. I'm not sure we can pick up the number, guys, but I'll try it. And the reason being, I've got an idea that this horse might well be, might well begin with a letter Y. I don't know if it does, but I'm thinking it might. If it does, I'll give you the name in a second, guys. Hold on. Let's see. I seem to remember this one being an absolute mess with the hoof. Okay, the number is... yeah, it's that messy one. Let's pull up the list. Who the hell is using flash again? Somebody. Oh, bro's going to march in the box and jump on the horse then. Damn, that was enthusiastic. Okay, it's Winterfell, folks. Apologies. I was thinking, I don't know why I was. Oh, there's Polo's man. Without his polos, look. He's actually stopped. God, we've got a massive group of Frenchy students. Their teacher is telling them to behave. Let's see if they actually are going to behave. I mean, that would be an ideal scenario, would it not, folks? Pretty much. The thing is, though, everybody, this is the horse that only bites French tourists. Ones that can understand English, obviously, which is not today. Never mind. Pardon? Oh. Who's next? Nope, she's not getting it, folks, sadly. Oh, I think we've got Marine Vac Jr. coming up in a second. Spin image of young Marine Vac on the left. Famous French actress. Now, the thing is, guys, is anybody going to feed the horse? Are the French students going to feed the horse? She's doing a great job of pretending that she can't speak English, the teacher, yeah? I think she can. It's been a long time since we've seen so many Frenchies, guys. Oh, I thought they were about to have a fight, in fact. Marital spat, Chinese style. Of course, the group of Frenchies is gigantic, people. I think they're just discussing the best seasoning for the horse. Oh, look, his mother just told him off and said, don't you treat your wife like that. So he pushed his mum instead. They're all enthusiastic, look, about the horse. To them, horse, to us, horse. Asking a Frenchie to pronounce horse is like asking a Polish person to pronounce Thursday. They haven't got the th sound, so most Poles pronounce Thursday as Thursday. Thursday, like a day covered with fur. Pretty chill. I mean, it's busy, folks. Look, there's a lot of people here. Awful lot of people. Nice weather. It's bright, breezy, etc. Pretty warm. Turn it back so that I don't miss one tourist who probably will decide to feed or something the horse. But for some reason, the Frenchies are just not interested in going up to the horse. I think, to be honest, they're quite disappointed. They arrived here expecting a small horse, French style, one that might well fit in the school oven, but this one is too big. So they can season it, but they can't cook it. All good? Best time though after the guard change on Sundays. Otherwise, they're taking 20-30 minutes now to do the changeover, which is much longer than it used to take. Okie dokie, folks. Let's have a little wander while we're here. Actually, there's quite a few people filming at this point, so let's have a little look in the yard. I was joking, guys. The French students are not going to take the horse and cook it, okay? Oh. In fact, the gatesman is so far forward that the train is shaking. How is it, folks, that we've been filming for a year and we haven't seen one single occasion in which a lady or a girl put their number in a piece of paper in the guard's boot? That used to be very, very, very common. Very common. I know one lifeguard that was in for 22 years. He said it would happen very often back then. But I guess it was a lot easier. Simply because at that point, if we think back, there was no CCTV, not in the mass observational sense that we have it these days. Okay, police reinforcements. I'm not sure they're going to be needed today because it's pretty chill here. However, one never knows. They've got two really authoritative-looking foot guards today. Both the chitsman that we just saw and the gatesman, same gatesman as yesterday, looking thoroughly resplendent. Now, I don't know, folks, I know what you're wondering, because I'm wondering the same thing. I don't know if the gatesmanator is here, or whether he'll be out. However, the good news is that shortly, in other words, in under 30 minutes, they will change over. So we've got Winterfell's horse number 1. Let's see if we can have a look and see which horse we've got in the other box. And keep an eye, hopefully, on the horses to get all 4 names. Good to see people. All right, morning.
Morning, right?
Nice to be able to wear either a top or a couple of t-shirts, no, without getting all
Yeah,
sticky.
it's cold though.
It makes such a difference. I prefer this, no?
A bit nippy.
Yeah, but it's easier to kind of run around and do our stuff, isn't it, without being a sweaty
I've
mess.
been at Nottingham Carnival.
Me?
Right, but I'll tell you, it's too much trouble there.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind. I've been before, but it's more about how long it takes to get out of Ladbroke Grove and back towards Notting Hill. It's just not worth it. Plus, if you get in the wrong area, there's too many problems. Yeah. So I think it's a little bit safer here.
I used to go over there. I went there twice, but I got pulled over by the old police taking photos of children. How can you not take photos of children when they're all mixed around with people
Exactly.
and adults?
Yep.
So I got a couple of times pulled over by the police and said, if I advise you, if you get pulled over once more, we're going to nick you and take the arrest you. So I ain't going back.
In the days when they actually had enough resources to arrest people.
I'm not doing it again.
To be honest, if I went in there with this anyway, people are going to be very upset seeing this, and I get pulled as well.
Yeah.
A few times in Mayo, South Kent, I get pulled over with this because they're like, what is this? It looks like they think it's a police baton. I'm like, guys, it's clearly not a baton. No, but this thing's often in my bag.
There,
Yeah, and when this hangs, they're like, oh, can we have a word?
There's a bit of problems.
Yep, never mind.
Yeah.
Other than that, all good?
Yeah, fine. Everything's alright, yeah.
I actually love being here when it's like this. It's a
Pre-op
bit
next
breezy.
week. I've got another pre-op next week.
Yeah?
Have the operation on that again.
Yeah. All right, though, other than that.
Hope so, yeah. This is the third operation on it, so I'll wait to see.
Well, third time lucky.
Let's
Yeah?
hope, yeah, let's hope.
Third time lucky. You here tomorrow?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
All right.
I think Brandon's here tomorrow.
Back finally. I haven't seen him for
He
weeks.
said he's back, he's coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Charlie's not here tomorrow, he'll be here Wednesday, I think he said.
Okay. I think he's still on holiday. Here comes our gatesman. He's back?
Cavalry and
Okay, he's really angry with the photographer. I love the way that everybody's kind of freezes and their mouths open a little bit. Like, who's this guy? Where's he going? What's he doing?
It's only told.
Constant, they like goldfish.
Gobsmacked.
Yeah,
Gobsmacked.
goldfish. Gobsmacked goldfish. Right, which other horse? Folks, having a look, hold on. This one, I need to wait until I can be sure. Looks like the one I thought was actually at the other end. Remember I mentioned a horse that begins with the letter Y. Yep, guys, the red cap giant is back. Interesting, the horse is wearing those little boots, those little rubber boots that we've seen a few times. Try and grab the number, guys, from the hoof. Ooh. Might be a new one. Let's move back a teeny bit, folks, simply because there are too many people filming. I don't know if I want to overhear it. Now, from the list, and again, you know, I can't state with absolute certainty, but from the list, and assuming that's not a reused number, a recycled number, this horse is coming up as one that we've never seen before. Now, it's interesting because I double checked it and I've never seen or even heard this name before. Now I'm reasonably certain this horse is called Vagabond. Very curious name.
Mary, la vuoi fare?
A V horse. The arc, yeah, of the people filming is a big one today. I think holiday's finished for some people, so most are back. I think this is one that we've actually never seen before. This horse. I think it's called Vagabond. I've never ever seen this horse before. Look, the little rubber boots on the. Some of the horses they kind of rub against with the other feet, so they protect apparently the front hooves. Cute, no?
Yeah, it's very cute. He was here yesterday too.
This horse was here yesterday, but after
Boots, I
lunchtime.
know.
Ah. Oh.
No, c'è anche scritto non
Oh.
alzare.
Controversial for that trooper. Saying no to the kid would have been a hard decision.
No.
That's a pity, isn't it? Oh, somebody's phone just went smash.
Vai, Carmen.
Hoping to touch, but hey, under the new rules. I think maybe Ukrainians, just listening to the conversation, speaking Russian. It doesn't sound like Russians. That's a pity because they really wanted to touch the horse. Извините, вы русский? Oh, you're not speaking Russian? Ah, Ukrainian? Ah, okay, it's Finiti. They just put a new sign, you see at the bottom where it says like, yeah, so this guy's really nice, the soldier. Like, he didn't want to say no to you, but he has to, because if you touch the horse, everyone else will touch the horse.
Okay, yes, I understand. I see.
Yeah, it's just they just put the new sign a little while ago. It's a shame because everybody wants to touch the horse because it's beautiful, no? Yeah. Unusual to hear Ukrainians speaking Russian in London. Very. I think most Ukrainians were not speaking Russian anymore. Where are you from, guys? Which part of Ukraine?
So, we was born in Western Ukraine.
Okay.
But after we moved to Odessa, it's
Yeah.
next by the Black Sea.
Odessa used to be the most pro-Russian city in Ukraine, no? Like very pro-Russian city, Odessa. Used to be, not anymore, but in the Soviet Union. No, is it not true?
It's not Russian and not Ukrainian. It's just independent part, independent city.
Okay, понятно. I understand. Okay. First time seeing this, like the horses and everything in London. The first time that you've seen this.
Yes.
What do you think?
It's lovely.
Красивый, да? Oh, see again, folks. The soldier said no. Don't touch the horse. It's good to see that he's at least extremely consistent with everybody. Yeah, the kid is looking a bit like upset. She's like, oh, let's touch the horse. I will tell them that they're in today's video because they're lovely. Who's up next? Let's hope it's not someone that's going to get shouted at, guys. It would not be nice, would it? Okay, his mum. Yeah, I can see it's paining that trooper to have to say no. Hey guys, you're going to be in my video today. You'll be on this YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah, do you want to take a picture?
Just London City Box?
Yeah, on YouTube. We'll take a picture of it if you want. You're in the video roughly about 20 minutes or so. So you'll see yourselves getting told you can't touch the horse by the soldier.
Oh, nice.
This could be the first viewer from Ukraine. Yeah, there it is at the top. No, I think it probably is actually, to be honest.
So this one.
Yeah.
Okay, we will see later.
Hey, welcome to the channel. My pleasure. Have a good day, guys. Yeah, enjoy. Oh, couple of horse folks is in the yard checking the temperature again. We can understand why. It's breezy. Plus, some of you mentioned it might well be that a certain level of humidity might result in the horses being taken off. Don't think we're going to hit it today, whether it's high or low. I don't think it's going to happen. Super nice, in fact, to meet these Ukrainians, and it was nice that they were not upset that I picked up on them speaking Russian. It's a super complicated situation, but it's funny, because I know a lot of people that live in Odessa, and some that have lived in Odessa for more than 30 years. Odessa, as the lady rightly said, is a tricky one. In the Soviet period, it was very, very pro-Russian, in fact, and they had massive issues early in the war with collaborators, in fact, the current war, that is, Russian collaborators working with the Russian army against the Ukrainian army. But obviously, since Odessa's been bombed to hell, sentiments changed a little bit. Let's not go into the politics of it. They were clearly lovely and enjoying their trip to London, and I know this trooper, that would have pained him massively to have to say no to the child and the mum, but hey, rules are rules. Key thing is he's being consistent, and that's a good thing to see. Anyway, so the horsey we think is Vagabond. I can't be 100% certain, guys, but I'm pretty sure. Doesn't look familiar to me, so unless it's a recycled number and Vagabond was retired to the Horses Trust, the name is right. Let's see how long we've got until the changeover. I've no idea if anything happened while I was actually talking with the Ukrainians. But guys, thank you for being nice about me pulling up the Russian connection. I know how sensitive that is right now. Folks, if I ever decide to retire to a nice seaside resort with amazing food, super incredible beaches and glorious sunsets, it will be Odessa. It's been a long time since I haven't been to Odessa in 25 years, actually. But it's very different now. Okay, who's up next? Whoop. It's interesting actually, because normally there's like a huge arc of people filming at one end and the other end ends up being pretty empty. Today, luckily, there's quite a consistency between the numbers of people at both ends, which I find personally to be ideal. It's going to be easier to move around. I'm concentrating on this end simply because of the fact that the horse has cute boots. There they are again. And I do need at some point shortly to get a good picture. I have to move around into the front. I get today's first Instagram picture. Problem is I don't know if he is Vagabond. That's what makes it complicated. Okay, let's see. Vagabond. Wait, just as the tourist decides to walk in the picture, I thought I got the ideal shot. 1 second. Horsey's playing with the bit. I want him to be sort of looking, into the distance in a philosophical, sort of Nietzschean manner.
It's not too close. Good job.
The problem is when he does that and puts his neck out, there's no way to get the trooper completely, the stirrups and the horse in one shot. Come on, horsey. He's way too busy, isn't he, tossing that bit and stuff. Okay, I've got a couple of good pictures. Problem is, I think I'll post it as unknown horse, and in brackets, but possibly Vagabond. I do hate being wrong, but hey, it is what it is. So for a dispute to my right between the small ladies that are all lined up filming, and some tourists that have stood right in front of them, which I find to be extraordinary, to be honest, because the tourists, in my opinion, should have preference here over anyone that's filming or recording. Why? Because those of us that get privilege to film here or to spend a lot of time here, see this not quite daily. I mean, it's oh, yes, Mama, don't touch. Otherwise, Mama's going to get in trouble. Uh-oh. Mama's getting deported, guys. Bye, Mama. Wait, I'm not going to film her getting handcuffed and thrown on the floor. It's not appropriate. Oh, now she's screaming. Now they're putting restraints on. Now they're putting a spit hood on. Oh, she's off. That's done. I think they're going to take her to Biggin Hill. I thought they were posing for Madame Tussauds waxwork for a second. It's going to be very interesting to see, folks, depending on which troopers come out afterward and on which horses, if they are as stern and consistent as this fantastic trooper, who, as we know, is very popular, not just because of his kind, friendly, smiley demeanour, but he, of course, was the lifeguard favourite. I shouldn't probably say that, but I mean, it's true. He was the lifeguard favourite for the Elizabeth Cup. Yeah. It was either going to be Trooper J in the Blues and Royals, or, would you believe, Trooper J in the lifeguards. 2 Trooper Js. And the only reason I'm saying that is because it's all over Army social media already. So I'm not sort of, divulging anything that I shouldn't be divulging. Plus, J doesn't tell you very much, does it? I just sort of find it a very cute coincidence that the 2 favourites were both Trooper J. Oh, other tourists just got told to move out of the way. You see that? And they ran. Good to see. He's coming this way. Uh-oh. This guy just standing there. And the glasses. He's like, this is the soldier I told you about when we were at the airport in Roma. He looks better than a carabinieri. Folks, that's not animal abuse. Do not call Peta or Feta or whatever. Feta is Greek cheese. Don't call Feta. Don't call Peta. It's like, Sir Arthur, which one should I shove out of the way this time? Well, Sir Gawain, I would choose anyone that you wish. A peasant is a peasant after all. Oh, loving that straw boater. I've seen one of those since I was punting on the river in Oxford. Oh. I feel sorry for Mama who got in trouble. She didn't deserve that, did she? I think that's a junior footballer, plus junior footballer's wife on the right. His name is Sven, and her name is Anya. Oh, bro, he marched over a bit quickly with that bag. Don't do it. Uh-oh. Guys, if it's her. Oh, she's so cute. Oh no. Wait, this lady just marched in. Well, ma'am, no. Guys, it's trooper, come on. Is he writing the box on the hedgecow discipline of stupid tourists or what? I think he is, isn't he? She deserved that, the woman that got told to get out of the box, because of the fact that the lady on the right, the blonde lady, was already there, and she just marched over and stood in front of her. Honestly, some of these tourists, utterly extraordinary. Eh? Okay, who's going to be the next stupido? Come on, give the horsey the LV bag. He deserves it after that performance. You can see that most that are walking over want to touch the horse. You can see it. It's like a natural urge to reach out. You know, it's a beautiful animal after all. Plus, he's absolutely glistening in this sunlight right now. But luckily, most of them have a lot of self-control, so they're not making that silly mistake. Point being, guys, with the sign plus the enforcement we're seeing, it works perfectly, does it not? Really love how the trooper called her ma'am, even though he should have just called her peasant. The fact that she backed into the box as well, and they got told to get out of the box. Serves her right. Justice. Troop justice, guys, or trooper justice. In fact, that actually works perfectly if it's Trooper J. We're going to call him Trooper Justice. The problem is going to arise if a small kid, 6, 7, 8 or something like that, decides to come forward and start touching. That's going to be difficult. I know that you would not want to tell a kid off. With their parents, that's easy. But sometimes when those little kids wander over, like 3 or 4 of them at once, and start mauling, that's when problems arise. However, we're very close at this point to the changeover. I'm hearing the chain going down in the yard. It's 50 now. 10 minutes. Even the kids are being well behaved, aren't they, these days? Extraordinary. There we are. Oh, we've got Trooper No Nonsense, a stableman from yesterday, an absolute superstar, who told everybody very firmly to get back. We're going to get some more of that in a minute if the tourists are not listening. I don't think we'll start yet because we're still 9-10 minutes out, but he'll clear the yard pretty quick if he needs to. I can bet on that. To be honest, it's actually quite an extraordinary thing that people are still attempting to touch. I mean, almost everyone that arrives stands here, kind of watches others, you know, gets examples of typical or acceptable behaviour. So the fact that anyone, regardless of where they're from or whether they speak English, still decides to go forward and touch or attempt to touch is just mind-boggling, really. You know, much as I joke about the sign, it's a pretty representative pictogram, you know. We can argue whether it's a dinosaur or a horse, but that's certainly a hand in a forbidden circle. In fact, when I was a teenager, I could have done with a sign like that on my bedroom wall. Hands off. So this looks like my horseback home in Shenzhen. Oh, he's off. I feel bad actually focusing on this end, but those horsey boots are super cute, and plus we know the trooper is going to deal with it if there's a problem. He already has thrice. So actually we will stay here for the changeover, guys, and then I'll attempt to move between both ends afterward. It would seem actually that most parents have also told their kids to be super careful. It's a great thing to see, isn't it? I didn't want to say anything about the flash. It's not really fair. She's got like an instant camera. Probably doesn't have a disabled flash mode. It uses the picture straight away, like a sort of a Polaroid type camera. What's that? I've had enough. It's time for breakfast. I mean, it is, no?
Yeah.
The hungry horse.
I thought only person, but horse as well.
Yep, he definitely wants either late breakfast or early lunch. Let's get it right, guys, on the naming. If we're not, I'm going to be upset because the number does match on the list. So unless it's a retired or recycled number, the name I mentioned earlier is the correct one. Oh, I hate that when parents try and force their kids. Everybody, weird enough, decided to leave, which is curious. That might be my cue to go to the other end. If I do, I'll lose the spot we've got right in front, folks. I'm not going to risk moving. I would love to move to the other end for 5 minutes to come back, but it's not going to happen. People are not willingly sacrificing these days. Look. She's like, but I want to be sacrificed. She's like, no. I'll miss you too much. Sacrifice me, please. Look. Legend has it, guys, that if you're sacrificed before the age of 10, you will live to 110. Yeah, that's a bona fide HCAV legend. Okay, the yard is full, the line. The ex-army officer's got his group there, all lined up. In fact, they're so well lined up. They could have been recruited to the British Army. The way that he deals with, manages is a better way to describe it. His group is extraordinary. The efficiency, how good he is at his job. Such a different, brilliant, outstanding guy compared to the rest of them. I haven't spoken to him yet, guys, but a collab I will. It's a difficult one because he's very busy. And to be honest, considering that I'm trying to film as much as possible between now and the end of summer, so am I. Right, get ready for the behind the bollards coming up any moment. First gate is closed. Quite a lot of people actually need to be moved out of the way. Should be happening very soon, next few minutes. Okay, let's get behind the bollard myself, actually. Set a fine example to my fellow streamers and tourists. Good movement here today on the whole, I would say. What do you think? Now the interesting thing, folks, is that tomorrow could well end up being even more bizarrely crazy than yesterday was, because tomorrow is the last bank holiday of the year. Lots of people that public holiday, everybody has a day off. It's effectively like a second Sunday tomorrow, and lots of people that went on holiday after they got their A-level results or GCSE results will be flooding back to London this weekend, because for many people it's only a week or two before they go to university or back to school. Unless it's Oxford or Cambridge, in which case you don't go until October. Yes, lucky, 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 shorter terms. People are still getting up, but they're standing really far back, look. Oh, don't do it, boss. Nice to see some respectful people today. That was he stopped it directed at my camera, put his fingers up. Funny guy. You think I'm funny? Reminds me of that Joe Pesci guy. It's a shame they went over there, but I'd like to have spoken to them, asked them where they're from. I bet they're from the US. Super funny. It's because there were so many people filming. He probably realises that he's going to be on someone's channel, if not on all social media channels. Lots more people wanted to go out. Got some Korean movie stars here, look. I'm pretty sure he was the guy that was the lead actor in I Saw the Devil. Okay, right, so everyone en masse is being moved across the yard. That's the trooper telling everybody to get over there. Look at this. They are swarming. Here we go. Look, it's almost like he's giving them swimming lessons, guys. He said, if I tell you one more time, you're getting arrested. Chaos here, look. But they're on it in a very good way, are they not? That's a very, very, very straight bollard delineated line. Oh. She's asking which way is Edinburgh. He's like, if you run in that direction for 17 hours non-stop, you'll get there before morning light. Gosh, that's really straight. Look, if they actually brought out a spirit level on a measuring tape, they couldn't have got it any more accurate. Perfect. And guys, I'm proud to be one of those participating in this gloriously straight line. Okay, who's up next? Is the horse going to get a pat? What do we think? Nope. It's tempted, but no. Oh. That sounded better than the horse. That's a really good impression. Brilliant tourist impression of the horse. Love it. Okay, Trooper probably wants his eggs and bacon. God, why did I say that's what I want right now? Eggs and bacon. I'm going to try and find like a working man's cafe on the way back. I want like a really kind of greasy English breakfast. Yard's really busy, guys. It's going to be a massive like flow to the front after this change. Wait for it. Okay, here come the new horses. Horsey, horsey, horsey. Clippy clop. Beautiful light today though. Look at the sunlight. It really makes everything look wonderful, doesn't it? Okay, who have we got coming out? The horse at the other end is a real big, really dark, chestnutty, beautiful horse actually. It's just the light though, in fact, making it look a different colour. Okay, so who have we got here? Gosh, they've really polished up the hooves of this one. Absolutely sparkling. Let's see if we can ID this horse. Are we going to get a full house today, guys? That very rarely happens. I don't think it is. It is. It's Wickham. Welcome back to Mr. Wickham, who deserves a picture because he looks amazing. Wow, got an amazing picture of Wickham, everybody. Spectacular. It's such a good picture, I'm going to post it right now. Now, folks, 1 second. It's easy to type out Wickham without the spell check correcting to West Wickham in Kent. Okay, that's today's first picture on on the Horstagram, we're going to call it. Actually, it's not really Instagram, it's more like a Horstagram these days. Magnificent picture actually of Wickham, that is. It came out really well. It looks really thoughtful and philosophical. Okay, so first tourist up has got purple hair. Sponsored by Stabilo Permanent Markers. Oh, this boy's got his hands held out. I'm not sure if he's looking for God or no, he's actually looking for his kid, which is pretty much the same thing. Right, so they're all flooding out. It's a difficult one to know which is going to be the better end, so I think we're going to have to split it. Actually, let's wander across a teeny bit while everybody's surging through the gates. I mean, what the flip? Look at this. This is absolutely bonkers, everybody. What the hell? I'm pretty sure they already ran out of onions and carrots. So that means the tourists are not going to get fed this morning. I'm going to have to just march right in the middle and hopefully don't bash into anyone with my camera. Right, we're through into the yard. It is absolutely chock-a-wocka. Everybody flooding out to the front. Of course, as usual, I like to go, against the tide. So we're coming in as everybody else is going out. Oh, I like this. This tour guide's really good.
Is the most impressive, and I think it's an obvious assumption to just say the guard is more impressive because the band, it's the pomp of the ceremony, etc. But if it's pomp and ceremony sort of thing, yeah, absolutely. But in terms of history, this is the more archaic of the two. This is a very time-old tradition, having its roots.
Okay, he's correctly juxtaposing the household foot division, the 5 regiments that guard Buckingham Palace. Hence the museum, this is a little more archaic. I mean, the guard here at Horse Guards, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong guys, I hate to get this wrong, but I believe has been here longer than the guard at Buckingham Palace. I hope I'm right about that, I'm pretty sure I am. Okay, so biggest problem now is going to be to get even closer to the horse because the crowd is massive. Look at it, it's absolutely gigantic number of people. Oh, yours truly. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to the bro over there in the red cap, he just got told off. Yours truly, guys, is right in front. How's about that? And I know a lot of you like this trooper. In fact, as do I. He looks magnificent. I'm not going to take a picture of him today because he featured already, either yesterday or the day before. So I'm trying my hardest to feature on either particularly beautiful, new, or other troopers that we haven't yet seen. Particularly beautiful horses, that is. Right, so we've got 3. Let's see which horse he's on. Very, very shiny hooves. Exceptionally shiny, actually. Will we get a full house, guys? Let's see. This is the problematic one we already had. 1 second. Now I'm wondering. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to call it, guys. Leave it in the comments. It's that horse with triple-digit numbered horse. Police are actually in the crowd there. Look at this. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. Hold on a second. You see that? The trooper just said to her, I hope the audio was picked up, he just said to her, you see that line there? That line. Okay, so that's twice she just got in trouble. He's probably thinking, is she stupid or what? That line, folks. See that? And the other side. He said to her, see that line there? Get behind it. Brilliant. I actually think that the new enforcement is working wonderfully. The police are right at the gates, keeping an eye on the idiots as well. Oh, City of London police today. Hold on guys, I need to get this, 1 second. Look at this, rare beauties from City of London. Wow. Wow, what's the name of your horse? George. Beautiful. Look at the Shire. Is it a Shire horse, guys, or a Clydesdale, the one on the right? Good lord, magnificent. We definitely have not seen that horse. I'm sure we haven't seen that horse on the left before. George on the right, I think we might have seen before. But that one with the fluffy hooves, legs, beautiful. They're different, guys. They're, you know, might have noticed their riding helmet and so on is different. City of London Police out assisting their Metropolitan Police colleagues this weekend because of the fact that most of the Met are busy in Notting Hill at the carnival. That's why we've got City of London dealing with the duties. Really love this officer. Look at this. He is poised, ready to pounce if anyone breaks the rules. Brilliant thing to see, isn't it, to be honest? You know, we had enforcement before, now we've got like super rapid, on it, immediate, don't get near and don't touch enforcement. Okay, I'm going to stay here, guys, until the end because we've got a super spot. We're right in front. This troop is massively on it, not taking any nonsense at all. Goodness me. Now, horse-wise, triple digit, I've got a feeling, I could be wrong, but then again, I can't really open it and check, that it might be, and if I'm wrong, I apologise to the person who ID'd the horse for me. It might be Yeti. I'm not convinced, but it might be. Let's hope I'm right. If it's not, guys, pop your guesses in the comments. I haven't seen any V signs today, guys, not one. Oh, she's got an apple, look. Trooper's like, nope, bye. Basically, no one's going to be touching, feeding, abusing, molesting, mauling, annoying, upsetting, or bothering the King's horses anymore. Today, I would say, is the best example of troopers reading from the same book, dealing with attempted idiocy. Brilliant to see, guys. This is going to make your Sunday, I promise. It doesn't get any better than this. It's almost like somebody, bigwig perhaps, decided to pop over from the MOD to London District. Maybe sort of Field Marshal von, I don't know, von Bakewell or whatever. Oh, don't touch and get back. Is she dumb or what? Oh, now she looks upset, look. I just complained to the police. Oh, the trooper told me I can't touch his horse. Brilliant. Guys, this trooper hasn't got his coronation medal today. He's not wearing it. I think that he and his predecessor colleague, who featured heavily earlier in this video, both deserve a new medal. Okay? And I'm going to get that medal cast. It's going to be the first official Tauron control medal. Okay? These troopers are the best at controlling Taurons. Look at this head. They're doing a stupid walk to the camera. Oh, good lord, seriously? Wait, that was actually, that lady was actually a guy. Brazilian. From the voice, that you just heard her walk past me as a guy. Damn, wow, good-looking guy. Extraordinary. Oh.
Yes?
You can tell how desperate they are to touch. Don't do it. Even if I was like, Mum, I don't want you to be on YouTube. Uh-oh, Blondie, don't do it. The trooper is, in fact, we could call him Trooper Ormond, because he's as good at dealing with tourists that are too touchy-feely as the glorious Mr. Ormond himself. I'm secretly very, very excited, guys, at the possibility of Ormond returning to active guard duty here at Horseguards tomorrow morning. Probably won't happen, but you know, I live in hope. Oh, look at this! Oh, owned. Bye-bye. I knew Blondie was going to try and get a little bit of a touch in. Oh, look at this! Stand behind the line. Love it. They're even being told where to stand now. It's kind of like return to the Victorian roots of the 4 o'clock punishment parade. Firm, insistent, discipline. Brilliant, eh? So people will now have to stand behind the lines. There are the lines, guys, just to confirm. It's gloriously harsh, isn't it? But you know what? Perfect. This is what we were waiting for. Oh, what about Sister over here? Look, she's like, what about my video? If I can't get up close, it's not going to look so good on Instagram. And this one will not look. This bro is going to get in trouble in the green. Here comes what will be our last Gatesman rounds, folks, coming up of the day. Is he coming this way? No, he's going the other way. And forcing everybody to scatter at that end. Maybe he'll come to this side, let's see. Goodness gracious me, guys. This makes me almost... Actually, I'm not going to say it. Oh, look, again. Pulling the reins away. Wow. I'm going to tell you something, folks. I guarantee that in the next 7 days, at some point, somebody is going to disobey a lawful order by one of these troopers, and they're going to get massively screamed at. I can kind of sense that the troopers want to really scream at the worst offenders. Yeah, but obviously, I'm guessing they've been told not to be super vocal unless somebody really takes the you-know-what. That's my take. Here he comes. Here's the gatesman. Also telling everybody to make way. Oh. He's like, gatesman, sir, I'm keeping them firmly behind the delineating stones, as requested by Field Marshal von Bakewell. He's like, well done. Well done, Sir Hugo. It's magnificent. Keep it up. Brilliant. Oh, she's pushing in. I'm going to actually go home and cry, folks. Huh? What? Did you say something about it's cruel to have the horse in the box? Oh, look at this. Superman. We've got some very zany tourists about today, guys. It's because a lot of people will be out today drinking because they know they don't need to get up and go to work tomorrow. As I mentioned, it's a public holiday. So today the pubs will be doing a roaring trade in this sunshine. It's now very, very balmy and warm. So people will be happily getting a bit sozzled like that guy. Because he knows he doesn't have to get up early in the morning. He's not going to the mines tomorrow. I'm very disappointed, guys. You can probably hear from the tone of my voice that we're closing in on the end of a very, very, very fun morning. In fact, this is probably one of my most enjoyable mornings this year, as you can probably hear. And guys, it's not due to me having taken any illegal substances, either last night or in the past 27 and a half years, but the conditions are right. The light, the stupidity, the fun, the laughs, and the D word, ladies. Yes, discipline. At the back. It's actually pretty funny. Okay, so those are the new no entry marks. I actually personally think that we should have a border control officer either side. So EU citizens and those from further afield should have to present their passports, guys, at those two lines, a bit like at the airport. You should have to buy a horseguards visa costing £10 and then queue behind these lines to go up to the horse. And I tell you what, odd as it might sound, I guarantee you right now, if they introduce a £10 fee, okay, you can have a picture with the kingsguard and the horse, £10 each, or like a family of four, say £25, it would work. Not only would it produce massive amounts of revenue to hire the 2 or 3, I don't know, wardens, whatever you want to call them, even have Chelsea pensioners do it, they would love to do it, I tell you. It would raise tens of thousands of pounds every single day for the Household Cavalry Museum, and other British military charities. So there we are. I very rarely make suggestions that I think should be put into practice because it's not my role to do so. But give me one single reason, guys, why that would not work. £10 a person for the picture of a lifetime, because this doesn't exist. This experience does not exist anywhere else in the world. It's unique. It's timeless. It's British. Quintessentially British. And more importantly, the horses are amazing. There we are. I've just solved the Army's funding crisis for the next 100+ years. In fact, if we go down that route, we can have an army bigger than the Chinese army in about 10 years, making so much money. We could recruit every male and every male child born in the next 30 years straight into the army. We could start paying troopers at 50, 60, 70,000 pound a year out of the massive tourist revenues, and that would solve the staffing crisis in the British Army. In fact, it would solve the funding crisis in the British government, to be honest. It would be an absolute cash goldmine, wouldn't it? Because nobody that visits here would want to leave without that picture. And £10 in London terms is, like, in some places, it's actually 2 coffees. It's nothing. For a tourist staying in London, it's nothing. It's 1/5 of the price of your hotel, or less. It would work. So there you have it. Today's video is going to close with a glorious suggestion. Fund the British military by taxing tourists who visit horse guards. Look, even this guy agrees. He's like, yep, John, that is a brilliant idea. I'm going to go and hand in my £10 now as a donation. Mind the gap. Look, you're not allowed to enter the gap between the horse and the box. And that lady just demonstrated it perfectly. I'm out of here, guys. It does... it's a bit whiffy fighting this horse. I've been kind of trying to suck it in. I've been breathing through my mouth for the past 5 minutes. But yeah, I'm sad to be leaving. Especially we've got another tango girl here today. Trooper's adjusting his helmet. I'm out of here, folks. Back real soon with y'all. Bye for now, guys. Oh. I'm glad I didn't end it then. He just said, I was just asked the trooper, okay, to stroke it, mate. On behalf of his boy. Oh, love it. Look at this. Well, well, well. I feel sorry for the little guy, but his dad's doing a good job of explaining it in a logical, sensible way. Top man. I know the trooper would not have liked to say that, but massive respect to him for making it very clear. What a moment to end on, eh? British, guy's British. So to be fair, he should have noticed the sign anyway, but obviously didn't. He was just trying his luck, hoping that maybe he would get an exception. He might well be an ex-military man, I don't know, but it doesn't make any difference. At the end of the day, no touching is just that, no touching. Off he goes. I feel sorry for the boy, but it is what it is, guys. The horse's welfare has to come first, we all agree on that. Now I'm definitely out of here, having broken my 70-minute rule. Silly me. But it was worth it, wasn't it, for that? I have a feeling that the second I leave, somebody is going to get in trouble. But hey, back tomorrow, guys, with the Blues and Royals. Bye for now.